I'm doing a video. So if you hear me talking, I'm talking to myself. That's why I said something. That's all on video, too, which is totally me. Guess what? It snowed. So I got cats that want out at 3 in the morning to take a piss, and they look out the door and go, fuck that. So I got to clear a path for the cats. It's hilarious. They went out for about a minute and a half. Said, fuck that. I don't know where they peed, under my truck, probably. You start to think like a cat if you have 4 of them. The littlest beastie is going, what the fuck? His first snow, really. Like this. The other ones are like, oh, not again. So, almost happy Valentine's Day. And then almost my birthday on Tuesday. It's fucking awesome. So I'm going to shoot this and put it up, I think. Let's get a little more snow in the picture. I think that's important. There. Car buried under the street light. My daughter in love, which is what we call each other, daughter-in-law, was next door smoking. I warned her I was shooting a video. Oh, you heard all that. Anyway. I'm an idiot. That's why they love me. Oh, who knew being a big goof would pay off? So this is a Phonebooth confessional, which I confess. Oh, I'm so glad it's 2021. Fuck. I tell you what, let's put 2020 in our fucking reviews. Big time. More like the side view. Look at the Buick. Excuse me. My lawnmower horde. So yeah. Happy Chinese New Year the other day, by the way. Yeah, sometimes people come on my page and hate on me because I'm an anti-Trumper. Always have been. From birth. I don't like fascist pigs. What can I say? And yes, it's in my consciousness because we're, every day is a history-making fucking event. There goes someone sliding around. Don't run into my shit, Mike. There he goes. Ear ripping. I'm gonna fire up my lawnmower and run down the road later. Maybe I'll pull a sled behind me. My palm tree is loving the snow. Those things get to be 12 feet tall, something like that. My wife gave me a plant for Valentine's Day. She gave it to me early because she went to the store and couldn't hide a plant. um, oh, we're 20 minutes late for 420. 25. Or 20 seconds. It looks like grass, but bigger, like seagrass, but not, about foot tall. I'm reading the thing, and it gets from, it can get up to 25 feet tall. Forms a trunk. What the fuck? Where am I supposed to put this? I'll have to look into it. Some plants, if you keep them in a container, they'll only grow as big as their roots allow them to. So you can kind of control them. I've got a bunch of apple trees that are dormant. They haven't died. I still see them sticking up. Fuck. Yeah, good shit. I grew this. Can't really smoke it. So fucking strong. Yeah, it took about 2 months curing for it to get right. And it's kind of unique. 14 weeks flower. And it was getting down to, hey, Buford, you're right about the trike formation, and getting down to like 34 degrees a couple nights. So it was very cold resistant. Because there was. Just a minute. So the kids got a 4-day weekend in this. This is day 2. Well, awesome Valentine's birthday present. After weeks of rain, just fucking relentless. And I've seen it rain. I mean, I live in Washington. People think it was named after the president, Washington, George Washington. It wasn't. It's named because it's wet all the time. Washington. It's a joke. Joke on us. No. But yeah, got about a foot on my roof. If you got any more, I'd get up there and try and blow it off. Pretty stout though. They built this place stout. They didn't use joists, they used beams and fucking 1.1/8" ply. It's like just fucking way thicker than you normally. Thick ass shit. I had to replace part of the floor in the kitchen over there. And I was cutting, I was like, what the fuck? I buried it 3/4 an inch, right? Plus a fuzz. Didn't get through it. It's like, fuck, how deep is this shit? It's 1.1/8". These are for concrete form boards. The fuck? Shit's stout as fuck. And so you can span farther. So they probably saved money in joist material by using beam and ply. Maybe that's the way they did it back then. Fuck. It's stout as fuck. You can hear it sound like a big drum though. Because there's big open spaces, right? You can tell by the nail pattern. It's fucking crazy. And it doesn't sag at all. It's stout as fuck. You can pretty much build a wall anywhere on it. As long as it's not too load bearing. And all the load bearings on this are exterior walls. I don't think there's one interior load bearing wall. Maybe on the first part of the cathedral. But those are usually scissor trusses that go from exterior joint or exterior plate to exterior plate. Or scissor truss because they look like that. The underside does too, so it looks like a pair of open scissors. A lot of funny phrases in construction. A lot of them are mariner oriented, marine shipwrights. Built their houses when they got to where they're going, sometimes out of the same lumber their ships were made of. But they had the same skills. Shipbuilders and fucking... I've done shipwright work, and a lot of shipwright work is, well, 2 things. You're often on a floating vessel, so you can't throw the level out the fucking door. So it's a lot of parallels and a lot of curves, a lot of round stuff. So you're doing a lot of scribing to scribe a flat, a straight surface onto a round, so it goes onto the fucking keel or onto the wall of the hull. First time I did shipwright work really officially was I pre-plumbed hulls on 29-foot little fucking... I can't remember what they called them. They're Navy boats, but they used them for, they eventually used them for target practice. But they would scuttle them, fucking blow them up. But they were transport ships. They were fucking for moving people quickly, you know. Pretty crazy. So, and then I pre-plumbed the drive shaft, the fucking keel drains, the fucking exhaust. The only exhaust was the only one above the water line. Everything else was below the water line. So I punched holes in a existing hull, and then installed something. Like, but cutting a circle into a curved surface. There's a little math involved, but it's just the same hole if you look at it directly. You don't have to look at it curved. So square pipe fits through it, but then it has a curved flange on it someone else built, so I didn't have to determine that curve and install it on that pipe, you know, a flange around the pipe. But yeah, crazy shit. And I used this stuff called thiacol. Well, it was made by Morton. Thiacol, same people that made the O-ring and the Challenger that blew up in the fucking space shuttle that blew up. They made the O-ring. Well, I used their material to seal all these things. It was the Navy. It's a government contract, so that's how they got that contract. And that's their O-ring failed, and that's why the Challenger blew up. Oops. And it was a seal. They made sealants and seals and O-rings, and I used their sealant to seal all these Navy boats. I wonder if any of them failed. I only had one not pass inspection, and they inspected, like, they just pull a boat and inspect all my shit, you know. And I had clogged a drain valve with their material, with thiacol, I called it. I didn't realize thiacol was the name of the company. Morton Thiacol, I think's the name of it. I thought it was the substance itself. Never really read it. Just, you know. Safety precautions? What the fuck is that? I was in a bad way at the time, actually. I was doing snorting lines. I wasn't in a bad way. I was doing drugs. I was snorting lines off my toolbox in the hull of the boat. Fucking eating fucking perks. Fucking smoking weed to break. Now you gotta have a homeland security fucking, what they call it, some kind of fucking tag. I mean, you're not a fucking terrorist, basically. Crazy. Anyway. Well, it's enough fucking caffeine outbursts for Tom. Hey, I asked. Sun-grown trichome how the weather was the other day. Only if you remembered. He told me the weather, but I wanted to make another video. I need to make. I think I saw Bud Gnarly the other day. He was looking for his goggles. When he finds them, he's going to post a video. So I was hoping that Sungrown would see his buddy and do a weather report, but, you know. Or maybe fucking Mudflap. Fucking throw down a sports analysis. What's sports like in BC, motherfucker? Muddy. Muddy buddy. You mean get up. Others to hop on. Hanover can do it. Break down on pop culture and anime exposure. What, I said exposure. Calm down. or Buford could do one on the dying gasoline industry. And fucking how they're changing, retooling factories to electric cars and skilling their workforce. That Buick, I think, was made where he worked. I don't think we ever decided exactly where it was, but it was like, yeah, pretty crazy. When I tore the carpet out, it was an old sanding disc with the color primer on it, where they had used it. Finished the primer. Pretty crazy. It's still snowing. Since I shoveled the walk, it snowed another couple inches. I've brushed it off with a broom several times since then. But okay, I'm gonna scoot. I've been out here long enough. Make it 15 minutes, because what the fuck? I mean, you know.